Hey, it's Joel here with Experts Unleashed, and I'm going to sit in my chair because I want to show you the 5 major mistakes to avoid when launching your online course. Are you ready? Let's go. All right, so today's topic is really important because a lot of people have this pie in the sky dream of becoming an expert, right? They love creating courses, they love teaching, and they love sharing their expertise with millions of people. And they want to impact millions. And I hope that you can impact millions. However, at the end of the day, experts still need to eat. So I want to talk about the 5 mistakes that you can avoid and make sure that you get out on the right track. Now, the first major mistake that experts make when they're creating online courses is that they've got the wrong priorities. Most people focus on the tech. They focus on the product first. What learning management system do I need to build? How do I get a domain name? All that stuff is important. However, if nobody's going to buy your course, that stuff becomes irrelevant. The last thing that I want you to focus on, the last thing that I want you to worry about is how to get all this stuff set up. How do I record video? How do I create the content? How awesome does it look? The number one thing that you need to focus on is not on the tech. We need to focus on what the niche is going to be and if people are actually going to buy it. The second mistake that I see experts make is that they try to be a jack of all trades with their course. They're trying to teach everything under the sun, throw in everything that they know in the kitchen sink and then package that up because they think that the more that they teach, the more valuable it's going to be. I was on Udemy the other day just looking at courses, and I remember I was coming across a course on how to play piano, and oh my God, there were over 30 hours of content for how to play piano. Sure, I'm sure if I went through 30 hours, I would learn how to play piano, but I would be more interested in learning how to achieve a very specific end result. Maybe there's a milestone number 1 that I can learn how to do. And if I can learn how to play a couple of core songs, I would be more interested in learning that. I see people who try to sell all sorts of things and they try to throw everything in the kitchen sink. And when you do that, you really have no clear message and no clear direction. Do not become a jack of all trades. Become a master of one specific thing and go from there. Now, the third mistake that I see experts make when they're creating their courses is that they focus on the product more than they focus on their members. And this is completely backwards. Now, I'm not saying that your product should be crap, but I am saying if you want this to be a business and you want to make a legitimate income from this, you have to focus on your audience members. You have to focus on the people who are actually cutting you the checks, who are actually paying you. They're taking out their credit card and they're paying you for that information, right? Can you get them to pull out their credit card and buy? And if you can't, why not? That needs to be your primary focus before you ever focus on building or creating the content. There's something in the tech world called minimum viable product. That's why I always advise people to sell themselves first before they productize their information into a course. Because if people aren't going to pay you for one-on-one advice, they're definitely not going to be paying you for a lower tiered version of your course. The fourth mistake that I see experts make when they create their course is not knowing what's next. Now, what do I mean by that? Everyone goes through a sequential process. When they're buying your course, they're getting an end result. But after they achieve that end result, they're going to have a whole other set of problems that come up, possibly good ones. If you're showing them how to launch a business or create a lifestyle business, right? What happens when they create their product? How are they going to market it? What happens if you're teaching them how to build a hydroponics garden? Okay, what happens when they get it all set up and they start growing? How are they going to harvest it? What happens when their plant dies? There's all sorts of different things that happen after that first milestone is achieved. And people don't plan for that. Experts don't plan for that. And it's a lost opportunity in your business. You can teach people much more than what you think you know as just your first core outcome. Another reason why I don't want you to focus on being a jack of all trades is because when you focus on a specific end result, you can sell that end result. And then they're going to have more problems coming up. Not saying that you're intentionally giving them more problems, but it makes your message clear and it gives you more opportunity to build that relationship and sell them into additional products and services afterwards. And most people do not plan for that when they create their first course. So when you create your first course or your first product, whatever it is, what is that end result that you're going to give them? And how can you set that up for the next potential product or service that you're going to give them? The fifth and final mistake that I see experts make when they launch their course is they have no real business model. So many times people come to me and they say, Joel, I've got an idea for a $500 course. I want you to create a webinar and sell it for me. And so for a long time, I did work with these types of people, but there's a lot of things that go on, and for my background, we focused on paid ads. And so if they didn't have the budget, we wouldn't even waste our time with them. However, when I started asking different questions and I realized that they could sell these courses for much more than $500, the whole game changed. I started asking them, okay, well, what happens after they complete this course? Do you have a higher tiered offer? And they would say, well, no, I just thought that this course would give me enough profit and enough margin to build a lifestyle business. Sometimes it might. It really all depends on the market and it depends on how you're driving traffic. But for paid traffic, it's likely not the case. Yeah, you can make some good money, but there's ways to make this even better and to determine this and to build this into a real business model. So when I say experts don't really have a model, all they say is they've got a course and they want to make money from it. But there's multiple ways that you can make money from that single course. I usually teach 2 to 3 different levels of intimacy with that one specific end result. Selling yourself as an expert for one-on-one services, giving them that course plus some additional support for a mid-tier offer, or just selling them the course with no support at the lowest offer, right? A do-it-yourself approach. And when people miss this, they're missing out on quite literally tens, if not hundreds of thousands of dollars in revenue. And so I want you to be aware of those 5 mistakes so you can avoid them when you map out your plan for your course. If you enjoyed this video, if you got some value out of it, go ahead and like and comment down below and share it with your audience so we can help spread this message and connect with many more experts out there. Till next time, it's Joel Erway here, and I'll see you then. Take care.